Welcome to Extropy on Air, the podcast from Extropy Advisors, where we dive into the world of AI, digital transformation, and the future of business. Each episode will bring you perspective from leaders, innovators, and experts across industries, all focused on helping organizations and, more importantly, people thrive in a changing world. Let's get started.
Welcome to Extropy on Air, where we empower you to transform forward.
This is the show where we're going to talk about real-world transformation, what's working, what's not, and how leaders like you can move faster, smarter, and with a lot more confidence. This is the podcast for finance pros, digital leaders, and operational trailblazers who are navigating the real-world change and they want to come out on top.
And the good thing is we're going to do this stuff through real conversations. We're going to have conversations with each other, with our partners, with finance and technology leaders out there that are really doing the hard work of change. And I tell you, if you've ever felt like you're stuck in a platform or you just finished implementing, I want to let you know, we see you guys too. I mean, you're not alone. This podcast is definitely going to be for you too.
Absolutely. So, Mike, Kevin, let's kick things off with some quick intros. I'm Jillian Causey, Director of Marketing at Extropy Advisors. My focus is on helping us share the Extropy story, how we communicate transformation to the market, and how we highlight the successes of our clients. I also work closely with our CEO, Ravit Gutman, to make sure that the way we talk about transforming forward reflects who we are and where we're headed as a company. Ravit is very excited to join us on upcoming episodes, and we're really looking forward to hearing from her.
That's awesome, Jillian. And yeah, I know Ravit's been itching to get on air with us, so can't wait to have her with us. Hi, everybody. My name is Mike Jasper. I'm a director here at Extropy. I manage our digital transformation and client success practice. So I spend a lot of time working hand in hand with our clients, really setting success criteria, identifying how we can optimize their process, their people, their technology, and then quantifying those results and setting new goals for us. So we get in that realm of continuous improvement to really make sure we see value from the investments that they've made.
And I'm Kevin Zirkle. I'm the director here of business development at Extropy, and I work across our partner ecosystem and really help connect, great technology with organizations that are ready for change. Quite frankly, I mean, it's important for us to match our clients with the right partners, the right products, more importantly, the right people to get their transformation off of the whiteboard and truly get it into production. I'm just excited to introduce you guys to industry leaders out there like Bassware and High Radius and Esker and Raindrop and so many more. It's going to be awesome.
So many great partners that I'm really looking forward to hearing from. So thanks, Kevin. Okay, here's a fun warm-up question. What is the one thing that each of us is most excited about with launching Extropy on Air?
No, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Honestly, I'm excited to cut through buzzwords. There's so much hype and so much fluff in the digital transformation space. I want to talk through what's actually working and what people wish they knew sooner. Get to really what transformation looks like and what it takes to get there and achieve it and maintain it.
That's a great point, Mike. For me, it's going to be really a way to build relationships at scale. I mean, we talk to amazing people every single week, clients, our partners, our CFOs of prospective client accounts. And this podcast is really going to let us bring those conversations to a much bigger audience. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, I love both of those. For me, from a marketing perspective, it's really about carrying forward what we always emphasize. Transformation isn't just a project, it's a mindset. It's something that you develop continuously. That's exactly what transform forward really means. And I am excited to help bring that philosophy into every episode. So let's get into the why. Why are we doing this now? We are launching this podcast because we see a gap in how transformation is discussed. It's either too academic or it's a huge sales pitch. What's missing is truly a grounded, honest, experience-based perspective. We have worked with some of the world's most innovative finance teams. We are inside the room with clients and we're making hard decisions, untangling complex tech stacks, building solutions that actually stick. And we want to open that dialogue up. And transform forward is part of our culture at Extropy. We talk about it constantly. It's not about reacting to change. It's really about leading it. And this podcast is one more way we can do that.
Jillian, you're right. And I'll add that, there's a lot of thought leadership. You can go out and Google finance digital transformation, procure to pay automation, source to pay, and you'll get a lot of different things out there. But most of the time, you're going to find that it's disconnected from reality. It's hard to keep pace with change, especially for finance teams. At the rate that new platforms are coming out, the new compliance standards and global mandates, AI, what's going on with artificial intelligence in this market it's really impressive to see how fast things are happening. We want to tell the real stories, what went well, what nearly broke, what were those light bulb moments that clients had as they went through the process and that we were there for, and how can we learn from it without spending a year reinventing the wheel each time? Talking about real client journeys, real lessons learned, real wins, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, those are all great things, Mike. And I know from my perspective, from a partnership side, it's also about just opening up the conversation. I mean, this gives our clients and our partners a direct line to our thinking. I mean, we're not just here to implement a tool and walk away from it. We're here to collaborate. We're here to advise. We're here to challenge and really push transformation forward for our customers. And this podcast is a way of showing what that looks like in real life. And selfishly, I think it keeps Extropy top of mind as well. And it really is a chance to share how we partner. Because Extropy isn't just an implementer. That's not something we're ever going to just be. We truly are a connector. And when people think finance and digital transformation, what we want them to think is, you know what? That's what Extropy does. And I've heard they actually do it a little bit differently. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we have coming up. One of the things that I'm really excited about is we've got a full partner series lined up. I mean, episodes from those leaders I talked about, the Basswares, the Raindrops, the High Radiuses, Esters, Side Trades. I mean, so many more. You're going to hear about what makes each solution different, where it fits, and really how we're helping clients get the most out of those investments. So that's going to be really, really exciting. Mike, I know you've got some things that Extropy is doing on our own as well that are probably going to be part of the podcast moving forward.
Yeah, Kevin, you talk about how Extropy does things differently. And fundamentally, we don't just look at the tool, we look at the overall process. And, we talk with our clients and we identify some of those bottlenecks that are happening before, after, around the process that's being automated. Things that are still affecting efficiency, still affecting data accuracy. And we work with them to come up with our own Extropy digital solutions. These are tools we built, that really help address specific needs around that automation. Things like splitting invoices, getting invoices out of vendor portals. We built an AP portal toolkit. And that's sort of an evolving list of tools based on what digital solutions are doing in the market today and where those gaps are and where our clients see the needs. So really excited to bring some of that to light and potentially get some other ideas out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one common theme that we'll cover across everything is partnership. No one transforms alone. Clients need the right software partners, the right integration support, the right advisory mindset. Extropy exists to be the connector between clients, technology solution providers, and real outcomes.
Yeah, really one of our main goals is to empower the stakeholders at our customers. We want to make sure that they get the data, they get the process that's going to help them not just do their job, but succeed and be recognized for that work. To do that, we're going to open the curtain up a little bit, share what happens behind the scenes in implementation, what it's like to bring a tool live, really focus on where projects succeed or where they stall, and how those clients can help avoid those surprises.
Yeah, and actually, while we're doing all that, I think it's going to be really important that we keep it collaborative too.
Yeah.
So, we're going to bring our partners. They're going to have a seat at the table in these discussions, but we're also going to bring our clients. And we're going to bring in the CFOs and the controllers and the heads of shared services. I mean, the people that are really in the trenches doing this work every single day.
That's a huge part of the value here at Extropy. We're often brought in after a client has launched a solution and they're overwhelmed. Well, we're there to help them optimize and course correct, help them build back the trust in that investment. A lot of times we put a tool in, there's a lot of uncertainty over the process, over the data. Is this right? And that only gets more and more if you're not continuously optimizing and improving it. And that's really what we're here to do. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, that's me, you're not behind. You're just ready for that next phase. And that's really where Extropy shines.
I couldn't agree more. One of the really exciting things that we have coming up also is that we're headed to IOFM this November, and we're excited to give you a sneak peek at what we're sharing there. Ravit will be leading a session on how finance leaders can drive continuous transformation even when resources are tight or teams are facing platform fatigue. It's about enabling agility without the burnout. And honestly, I think that's where the real opportunity lies.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too, Jillian. I'm also looking forward to covering the tech trends that are shaping transformation right now. AI platform interoperability, supplier enablement, but I'm also going to challenge folks to just move beyond these terms and these tools. It's not about how many platforms you have. It's really what you do with them and where your processes are actually evolving, where your people are actually being upskilled. That's an interesting topic I'm dying to talk about at IOFM.
Yeah, and I like that you brought up the people side of that, Mike, because that's the other thing that I love. The best part of this conference really is the human side. We get to be face to face at IOFM, which is awesome. It gives us an opportunity to reconnect with current clients, allows us to meet new ones. We get an opportunity to talk with partners about really what's coming next. I mean, the best conversations I think you guys are going to find, they happen in the hallways, they happen over at the coffee station and the vendor booths. I mean, it's always a great chance to build relationships. And I will say this to any listeners who may be there, make sure you come find us if we don't find you first. I mean, let's talk about what's working. Let's talk about where you're stuck. More importantly, let's talk about what we can do to help. Take that next step forward. So I appreciate you bringing that up, Jillian.
Absolutely. As we wrap up our very first episode, maybe we can all just close with a final thought, and I'll go first. Transformation isn't a destination, it is a direction. Transformation isn't a one and done. It's a commitment to keep evolving even when it's really hard, especially when it's hard. Stay future focused, stay curious. That's how we will all transform forward.
Yeah, and Jillian, I'll add on to that a little bit. To that point, transformation is a journey. So many times if you go through an implementation, there's so much work, from the implementation on top of the work you already have that you get to go live and people celebrate, they drop it and go back to their normal work that's piled up. And the implementation and the optimization of that transformation just gets backburnered. And that's really where you go from being average to being best in class. If we think about final thoughts, mine is that transformation is achievable and not just implementation, but true transformation. Everything's not done at once. You're going to go through an implementation. You're going to have a break at the end. The key is taking that next sprint and going through an optimization, get to a steady state, go through another transformation or another optimization. The key is to measure everything, set critical KPIs, and really measure your progress and quantify your success.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Mike. And from my perspective, all that I'll say is partnerships are really the engine of that success. I mean, the biggest leave behind I want to give you guys is you don't have to go it alone. I mean, the clients that get the most value are the ones who collaborate. They ask questions, they stay engaged. That's what we're here for. Whether it's a new platform, whether it's a stalled project, or just a hunch that, you know what, everything's going okay, but I still feel like it could be better. There's probably a smarter path for you, and we'd love to help you guys find it.
Absolutely. And to everyone listening here today, thank you so much for joining us on this very first podcast episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I know we're kind of just getting started, but we're excited for the next things that are coming. So be sure, guys, do not miss this next episode. It's going to be the first in our Partner Spotlight series. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. You'll need to check back in and see, but I promise you it's going to be a great one. Well, Jillian and Mike, it's been a blast kind of launching this new venture, and I am really excited for the conversations that are to come. I think we'll close for now, but let's look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode of Extropy on Air. And to be sure that you never miss an episode, I encourage you to like this, subscribe to all the channels wherever you listen, and make sure you recommend it to the friend or a colleague because, I mean, let's face it, that's just a nice thing to do. So until then, the next time, remember that we are always here to help you guys transform forward. So have a great day, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Extropy on Air. We hope you found today's conversation insightful and inspiring. Be sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode, and connect with us at Extropy Advisors to continue the conversation on AI and digital transformation. Until next time, I'm Kevin Zirkle, and this has been Extropy on Air.